What kind of psycho would have a locked up box like this in their garage? Me. Yep, that's my box. Let this be an indicator of how serious home security is for me. But don't worry, you don't have to do anything like this to make your house extremely secure. However, you might be wondering, what on earth is in this box? But a better question is why what's in this box is so important. Watch to the end of this video because I will be revealing answers to all of these questions. I want to hear your guesses as to what you think is in this box. Comment below. Let's get into it.
Subscribe.
According to the FBI, a burglary occurs every 20 seconds. Think that it can't happen to you? Yeah, I thought that too until it happened to me. Yeah, I had burglars break into my home and steal everything of value. And what they didn't take, they were kind enough to smash. And before you tell me, well, that's what insurance is for, they even went so far as to take photo albums and home movies, which contained lots of memories of my mother who sadly had passed away a few years prior. Insurance cannot replace that. This not to mention that if you're home, a burglary can be a huge safety risk to you and your family. But keep in mind, we're not aiming for invincible security. That's impossible. The idea is to eliminate opportunity, because for the average burglar, it's all about opportunity. You know, I'm reminded of a saying that says if you want to avoid being eaten by a bear, you don't have to run faster than the bear. You only have to run faster than the other people who are trying to run away from the bear. That's like this. Your home security doesn't have to be perfect. It only has to be less of an opportunity than the other houses. With that in mind, when it comes to home security, if you just do this one thing, it'll put you 90% ahead of the game. And you'd be surprised how many people don't do this. And that is to keep your doors and windows closed and locked at all times. That alone is the most effective thing you can do right now. But with that out of the way, if you're looking to take your security to the next level without spending a ton of money, here's how to do it. By the way, as a real estate professional, these are things that I actually do to keep my family and my tenants safe.
Number 1, longer hinge screws.
56% of burglars walk right in through a door. So we have to focus on securing these doors. The normal screws that are almost always used in door hinges are small and only attached through the trim, and they can easily be compromised if the door is kicked. This can be solved by using long screws that are long enough to screw into the framing studs. They can be used both in the door and in the door jamb. This will make the door much more resistant to brute force entry.
Number 2, upgraded security strike plate.
A strike plate is the little metal part of the door jamb that the deadbolt goes into. A lot of people don't know that a door can be kicked, easily causing the door to break right out of the jamb, even with the deadbolt engaged. This is because in most cases, the builder grade wimpy little strike plate isn't designed for serious security. It only fastens to the trim part of the door jamb, and that trim is usually made up of particle board. Upgrading to a security strike plate provides much more resistance to brute force entries because it's made with heavy duty metal and comes with long screws that can go into the studs. If you don't get an upgraded security strike plate, at the very least, put longer screws into your existing strike plates. This will help prevent your door from being kicked in.
Number 3, auto-locking deadbolts.
As we said, burglars are looking for opportunity, and nothing says opportunity like an unlocked door. Deadbolts are a great way to make sure your front door is securely locked, but they only work if they are actually locked. Quickset makes an auto-locking deadbolt that will lock itself after a few minutes. This ensures that your doors are always locked even if you or someone else forgets to lock them. And there's a code pad on the outside so that even if you forget your keys, the auto lock won't accidentally lock you out.
Number 4, lock up your ladders.
An unlocked ladder is an incredible favor for a thief. Ladders can be used to help climb into a second-story window, or even as an aid to help climb into a lower-level window more easily. I like to lock up my ladders using a simple bike lock. It's a cheap and very effective way to ensure that your ladder will never aid a burglar and help them to break into your home.
Number 5, window and sliding glass door locks.
If a burglar can't get into your home through the door, they will start looking at your windows. An open window, or a window that could easily slide open, could make an easy entry point for your unwanted intruder. Windows and your sliding glass back door should have some extra locks in place in addition to the built-in locks, because those built-in locks are easily defeated. I like to use window bar locks. They are much stronger and provide much more security. They make them for window sliders, and they also make them for sliding glass back doors. They make it impossible to simply slide glass panes or doors open, thus making entry much more difficult. There are also window vinyl locks if a window bar just won't fit.
Number 6, security film for glass.
If a window cannot be slid open, then a burglar might consider just breaking the glass. Breaking glass isn't ideal, it's a noisy option, but burglars know they could probably do it quickly, making only a short moment of noise that will often go unnoticed by neighbors. Actually, a neighbor of mine recently had her sliding glass door broken by a burglar, and then he was able to just walk right in. Security film is an inexpensive solution to this problem. It can be applied to any window both inside and out, and it prevents glass from shattering, which makes the process of breaking in much more time-consuming and difficult for a burglar.
Number 7. Glass break sensors.
Glass break sensors are inexpensive and produce a very loud sound if any tampering with the windows is detected. I have them all around my house, and I feel pretty comfortable knowing that if anyone messes with the window, it will make a loud noise. And don't worry, they're pretty reliable and they don't often go off randomly. However, if someone were to bang on the window or break the glass, these sensors would instantly alert everyone in the house and hopefully draw enough attention to scare away the intruder. As an additional value, they often contain visible alarm warnings on the window side of the sensor to inform any would-be burglar that it's best to not even try.
Number 8. Security screen.
Gone are the days of window bars that make your home look like a minimum security prison. Now security screens look just like a traditional screen but are designed using a steel mesh, which makes them very durable and resistant to cutting and other forms of break-in. They are designed so that a quick release is possible from the inside in the event that the window needs to be used as a fire escape. These screens are great because they allow you to leave your windows open for fresh air without feeling less secure in your home. They nearly eliminate window break-ins and can even be used on front doors, side doors, and sliding glass back doors for maximum security. Side note, mine are already ordered and they will be installed soon.
Number 9. A small poodle.
That's right, I said it. We often think of big dogs as being necessary for security, but a survey of ex-cons has revealed that it's actually the noise dogs make which serves as a deterrent. A small poodle can make big noise, believe me. Also, a poodle is hypoallergenic and won't shed, not to mention incredibly smart, and will love you unconditionally. Seriously though, my poodle Lucy is my excuse to urge you into clicking the like button if you haven't already. Haha, if Lucy's cuteness isn't worthy of a like, I don't know what is.
Number 10. Drop open security bars.
Now this one is not the most elegant of security solutions, but it's very inexpensive and highly effective. This is something I am doing for my garage side door. In short, it's a 2x4 that sits on the inside of the door to prevent it from opening even with force. The garage side door is a great break-in target for criminals because this area is usually secluded and behind a fence without much visibility. So use this solution and sleep with the satisfaction of knowing that nobody from the outside will be coming in the door, period.
Number 11. Solid core bedroom doors.
This is more of a last line of defense because if the burglars have already worked their way past your main defenses and are now on the inside of your home, the last thing you want to do is make it smooth sailing from that point forward. The average burglar will only spend 8 to 12 minutes inside your home. They are looking to get in and get out. And there's no reason that bedroom doors need to be made out of that flimsy material that we're all used to. They can be made with a solid core and fortified in all the same ways as your main entrance doors. You know, with the extra long hinge screws, all of it. This might just buy you enough time that the thief decides to leave with minimal loot in hand. Also, solid core doors have the added benefits of feeling great to use and also create a nice sound barrier in and out of your bedroom.
Number 12. Cameras, cameras, cameras.
I personally don't think you can ever have too many cameras. Cameras both inside and outside are important. When considering cameras, you'll want to choose between wired versus wireless, and I choose to have both. Wireless cameras have the advantage of uploading to the cloud where you will have access to the footage even if the burglar steals the camera. However, these types of cameras normally have lower resolution and are limited to motion detection before recording. You might miss some of the important action. Wired cameras, on the other hand, can record continuously 24/7 and with high resolution. I use 4K cameras, which are really great, especially outside. This is where you'll want to be sure to capture license plates and other details if possible, and 4K comes in very handy for this. The downside of wired cameras, though, is that the video is recorded locally and can be stolen. Not to mention that wires have to be physically connected to every camera, and you'll want to be sure to protect those wires with some sort of housing. And with respect to the recorder, I have upgraded mine with an extra large 6TB hard drive to make sure I have space for at least 2 weeks of history at all times. And don't worry, even though the 4K cameras are wired, I can view the footage from my phone anytime I want from anywhere. I can understand why it seems like mounting your camera high up is the safe spot for your camera. I get it, but not so fast. Whatever camera you use, make sure you mount it at eye level. Otherwise, the burglar will just put his hood up, his head down, and your footage will be worthless.
Number 13. Infrared security floodlights.
My outdoor cameras come with built-in night vision. But in order for night vision to work, you have to shine infrared light on the subject. But the stock infrared lights that come with the camera really don't work all that well. That's why I bought an infrared security floodlight. The light coming out of this thing is totally invisible to the naked eye, but it will light up everything for at least 100 feet. It doesn't use very much power and it automatically turns itself off during the daytime. And at night, Well, it will turn that into day, but only for your camera, and the burglar will never even notice.
Number 14, battery backup.
I want to make sure that my cameras stay on if the power goes out, especially if someone is intentionally cutting my power because they think it will stop my security system. For this, I recommend a battery backup. The UPS I'm using, which by the way UPS stands for uninterrupted power supply, can easily power my cameras and my cable modem plus Wi-Fi router for over 120 minutes. I don't think the burglars have time in their schedule to wait around for that. I say buy as many UPS battery backups as you need. They will come in very handy. Oh, and finally, the moment you have been waiting for, we're gonna find out what was in that locked box.
Number 15, lock up your DVR or NVR.
Remember that crazy box at the beginning of this video? Now, I'm gonna explain that insanity. I mentioned that these wired 4K cameras record video and store it locally. That means you have to have a box called an NVR, Network Video Recorder, in your home. And this recorder contains all the high quality 4K footage you've recorded. You don't want it stolen. Some people try to hide their NVR in their attic, but it's really easy to follow the wires and find the recorder. And if the box is stolen, you have nothing, no video footage at all. And let me tell you, I am not gonna have my footage stolen. You show up here, and I will have you on camera. That's why I have my video recorder locked up inside of a gladiator steel cabinet with not one, not two, not three, but 4 high quality locks. And every lock has a hidden key locked up in its own lockbox. Yeah, I know, but wait, it gets better. There is another 16 gauge steel lockbox inside the original steel lockbox. It's like lockbox inception. This inner box has its own key that's locked up somewhere. And only once this box is unlocked can we access the NVR directly. Can you imagine how frustrated that burglar will be if he finally gets inside of the main lockbox only to find out that he's still locked out and cannot steal the recorder? I love it! Alright, since you're still here, a quick bonus. Always make sure to lock up the breaker box on the outside of your house. And your solar or generator breaker box if you have one of those. You don't want a burglar trying to tamper with taking your power offline, even if you do have the battery backup. If you like any of these ideas, I have taken the time to provide links below for everything we talked about, just in case you're interested. I gotta tell you, these are affiliate links, so I will get a few cents if you purchase anything. However, I would have made the video exactly the same way even if I were not providing these links. So absolutely no pressure. But you should share this video with your friends and family to help keep them safe. In this case, sharing truly is caring. And if you found this video valuable, please subscribe to the channel so you can get more videos just like this one. Until next time, you guys are awesome.